Hello, this is Wyndham College English Faculty's assistants for the annotations, which is assessment number 3 for standard and also advanced English. They're working on annotations, and this is advice on how to do layouts, not necessarily how to do analysis, and not necessarily how to do the personal response part of that. There is a video for the personal response on the Google Classroom. It's on YouTube as well, and there is links to this Google Doc and the other Google Docs in the associated or affiliated videos for this task. Now, straight away, what you notice is with the layouts, there are two main options. There's the map layout, and I've got a photo or an example of a section from Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I think I'm on page 46, 47. If you know the text, the sections where there's a layout of the street, there's a little quote here, beer, helping ugly people have sex for 2,000 years. So if you're familiar with that part of the text, a lot of students are asking how to develop their annotations. And if you use the map layout, what you can do is do the old school thing. You can just use arrows, which you can do in both structures, and just, in a little block, you write your analysis in there and maybe include your personal response in there somewhere. It's sort of like a steal or a teal paragraph, except there's no essay question. We just want to know what you want to look at, what you want to think. Some students are using separate colours for separate ideas. That's cool as well. But where you can put things is completely up to you and how you position your writing. Some students are even writing up the margins, which is pretty cool as well. That's the old school thing of writing, vertically in that way. You used to do it with lead pencil back in the day. Highlight key sections here. Maybe there's something else you want to point out here as well. It doesn't matter if there's not multiples. You could talk about things like maybe you want to talk about a visual feature. I'm not going to do the analysis for you, but you could just say here, this is part of how the close study of literature in this particular technique, and then you put your analysis in there. You might put a small bit of analysis in here as well. Use the arrows if need be, but that's sort of how you do the map structure. You spread it out, and either way you have a little bit of fun. Now with the linear layout, I'm going to use an example from Feed because the other half of the cardboard do Feed. You don't have to worry about zooming in there. The link will be in the description to this document. But what you've got here is this is the salad days, and what I do as a courtesy is I'll let somebody know that this is on page 58 from memory, and there's a little break in there. So basically Anderson is here, and then me, or in this case student, will make their analysis here, and I'll put in a nice tidy little block. I just put a little logo there to let you know that this is me talking. You might want to use a different font. You can also use colour as well, but that's where you do your analysis and your personal response. And then bang, we cut to another section. Now we're on page, I think, 232. Okay, this is 80.9%, chapter 80.9%, and this is the list of Violet's things that she would like to do before she dies. And what I'll do is I want to do my analysis here. So again, I can use arrows here if I want again and focus on very specific parts of language, just as you would there, but you might want to write it in a big block and break up the chunk. And we're still on page 232 because I want to resume that list. Item number 11, item number 12, I just wanted to squeeze some analysis in here, but we also want to put in another block of text. You can do that underneath, or you can talk about other things here as well. It doesn't really matter, but it's more just about finding how you want to organise your analysis. And like I said, there's also another video about how to use a personal voice, a personal response, so you can make sure you're not just talking about analysis and how language works, but more importantly, what you think about that. I'll put a link to that video in the description. Thank you very much.